And we're back.
And we are back. So I got something even more disturbing for you. Because we have to stay in our Luigi news cycle here. Here's our Luigi segment, but it's not directly about him. This lady got in trouble for basically saying some stuff to her insurance company because they wouldn't cover her. And I just wanted y'all to check the story. It's actually kind of funny. But the people are coming together for her now.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Oh, that's a picture. What is that?
Really?
What is that doing?
Is it a screenshot?
I don't know. It's not supposed to be a screenshot, but
you
it's
just rickroll yourself. Never gonna give you down.
Hold on a second here. What the hell just happened?
That's hilarious.
All right, here we go. I got it.
And this evening, a Lakeland woman.
I'm sorry if this is a little quiet.
Threats to an insurance company.
Florida news be quiet on them.
The FBI says 42-year-old Briana used the phrase delay, deny, and depose in an outburst while speaking with a Blue Cross Blue Shield agent.
Yeah, this is similar to the phrase police found on evidence.
She thought she was going to get away with that shit.
Live with us in studio this evening. Tell us what we've learned so far.
So those words found last week on the bullet casing in Brian Thompson's murder, and
Rick Bozo.
Now tonight, Briana, Boston is learning a hard lesson.
Look at her face, though.
Those very exact words during a phone.
Don't say them words no more. We did the episode. We said it.
Hold up, you talking and it's low. Hold on.
Sorry.
After being denied medical insurance claims. Now, the document quotes Boston as saying, delay, deny, depose. You people are next. To an agent on the phone just before the call ended. Now, Blue Cross.
That's the part that did it.
Yeah. Look at them laughing at her though in the courtroom.
And was subsequently arrested. She now faces charges of written threats to conduct a mass shooting or an act of terrorism.
Damn.
Now, in court today, the state requested elevated bond and very strict pre-trial release conditions. Boston's attorney said the words from the mom of three with no prior convictions should not be taken seriously as she doesn't own or have access to firearms. But the judge was not.
The judge wasn't playing with her.
There is probable cause for the charge. The charge is written, threaten, kill, or injure, conduct a mass shooting, or an act of terrorism. That's a second-degree felony, punished by 15 years in state prison. I do find that the bond of $100,000 is appropriate considering the status of our country at this point.
While Boston may not have access to weapons,
Wow.
there are concerns about online rhetoric and copycats targeting other healthcare CEOs and business leaders. Now, here's what NYPD.
Damn it, Luigi. Now we can't talk shit.
Said about the issue, and it's a sentiment shared by law enforcement leaders.
There are also posters that we've seen.
She could bring this eyebrow down just a little bit. That'd be fine.
With various CEOs' pictures on them.
She's very surprised at everything.
Yeah, at everything.
For everybody to know that we will take these threats very seriously.
All right, 15 years though? Come on, man.
For making such threats and land you in prison for 15 years if convicted. For now, the judge says if Boston meets her bond, she'll remain on restricted house arrest with an ankle monitor. She also must have no contact with any Blue Cross Blue Shield staff, whether in person or electronically.
All right, well, y'all get the point. So she fucked around and found out that you can't trash on the phone or especially not written. It sounds like she wrote something.
Yeah, she's doing the gangster wrong. Like this isn't for
why would you do that?
You're not of this life. Don't write it down. If you're gonna write it down, at least rap about it and make it a song.
Right. Then you can say it was entertainment.
Any of y'all read the Bible, yeah?
Yeah.
Of course.
You know the book of Judges?
Yes.
Judges were supposed to be put here to keep order because man was having a hard time doing it, right? Mm-hmm. So you put judges there. Now let's look at this.
Yeah.
They realize this woman doesn't have any access to firearms. She's got 3 kids and she's denied insurance.
Right.
She's just seen this story. Now the last sentence was 100% out of line. But this is where you need that one judge from Rhode Island, that little guy, the little older guy. Mm-hmm. Says, what are you doing here? What happened? So they're going to threaten this woman with 15 years. This is how you know these freaking medical companies or these insurance companies are in the pockets of everybody important.
Of course.
This is a message.
Well, listen, here's the thing.
I don't think this woman was going to commit an act of terrorism. I'm sorry.
No,
this woman can't even commit an act of keeping a dude in the house, bruh.
Look, here's what I'm trying to say. Here's what I'm trying to tell y'all, and this is what I said before, and I'll say it again. This is a new nation, and as long as I don't do anything too crazy, I'm going to be all right. This is going to work out for me. The rest of y'all now have to deal with this madness that y'all created, that y'all brought here. This is crazy. Look, you know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
It's insane. It's insane. This didn't happen overnight, man. This didn't happen overnight. We didn't go from Nickelodeon to my dad supports my OF career and cleans up after gangbangs. That didn't happen overnight, man.
Yeah.
We pushed the boundaries.
That gangbang didn't happen overnight.
Well,
No,
it happened in 48 hours.
Overnight.
That's disgusting.
It happened overnight.
It did. It did, yo.
Can you imagine them dudes in the back row screaming, "Hold the line! Hold the line! Hold
Oh my God!
What if they actually like spun the camera around, just like a bunch of naked dudes playing like Switch, and, like making drinks?
Wow.
Hey, Bill. How you doing, Fred?
It's horrible.
Did you get your turn yet? No. I'm up at 3:30 though.
Did you see Ezekiel? I was amazed.
That was amazing. Yeah, I like that thing he did. He shook his leg at the end. That was amazing. That's a signature.
But to get back to the clip,
15 years.
Look, 15 years, 100,000. Like you're giving this woman $100,000 bond. She was just denied health insurance. What are we doing here?
What
bullshit. We're doing here is
what we need to go back to is that goddamn caning. That's what we need.
What we need to go back to is something that everybody forgot about. But what was it, the Citizens United case? No, the Citizens United case. As Supreme Court's decided that corporations are people now, they can do unlimited contributions, and all these judges are political appointees. You know what I mean? Just think about that's what the Orange Man did when he was president in 45. He had a whole staff just putting in judges, and that's probably one of them. You know what I mean? And then he was putting in judges to the point where his Mar-a-Lago case went to one of his own judges, and they threw that joint out. What's her name? That one lady.
They need to let this lady go, man. They need to let her go. I mean, she shouldn't have said that, but 15 years and $100,000 bond. I know people that really whoop somebody's ass and ain't getting no $100,000 bond, like close to death type of ass whooping.
You know what's crazy about this? Bond. This is the same stigma that the USPS has with you using the term "going postal." And I'm just going to say that.
Postal. Yep.
Let me tell you something. The actions of the leadership in that organization has not changed.
No.
But let them catch you saying that.
Right.
And that is what's happening here.
Don't ever say that phrase.
They're going to stop denying people?
Nope. If anything, they'll keep it. They might do more of it.
Because of women like this.
They can tell you good luck with that gut cancer, but don't say those 3 words.
Yeah, don't you say that. You know what I mean? That's an act of terrorism.
It was crazy, but the worst part about it is, I don't know how much this judge probably got paid for that, but the worst part about this is they think by doing this to this woman or making examples out of these people that can't afford whatever these procedures are, that this is going to stop. These people, like this guy that just got caught, are not going to stop. If anything, they're going to get better at doing it, because I guarantee you the guy that did it is not caught.
Man,
and that's
I'm going to tell you what.
Dangerous part for them.
If you haven't checked out the Luigi Mangione manifesto, it's an interesting read. What I did notice is there's nothing where he says he did anything. He never confesses to anything.
Well, of course not. He's not going to put that on paper.
But why not? If you do it, then you did it. You know what I'm saying? If you're standing on it, I took him out because that's what I had to do. He didn't say that.
He's not standing on it. He's not saying that I did the shooting.
No. Watch this joint. Man, this is going to be the next OJ. This is the next OJ trial, yo. Everybody knew OJ did what OJ did, but they just couldn't couldn't line it up in court right. I'm telling you,
why. He wrote his manifesto. It's called "If I Did It, This Is How I Would Have Done It."
Yeah,
he wrote his.
Guy just made himself a star. I don't know if he did it or not now either. I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, they got me. Luigi got us. He's a smart guy. Don't think he was no idiot just walking around with evidence on him and writing little manifestos and confessions. Nope. Right. He would have just took himself out.
Did you know what I'm saying? On the last page of the manifesto, though, he said, "It wasn't me. It's my evil twin, Waluigi."
That's the problem. I read it. I said, you know what? He doesn't actually say he did this in any of this stuff. He's just expressing that he don't like stuff. Why'd you come out? I'm not even going to tell you what I think because I'm going to get in trouble for what I really think. But I think there was a whole different relationship going on between him and the dude, and we didn't know about it. How you know where he's going to be? Was he supposed to meet him there?
It was a conference. It was a publicly announced conference.
Well, I'll tell you this. Anytime you get any type of training in any organization that gives you, let's say, vigilance training, they say, be careful about patterns. Like you get up at 5 a.m. and go run, go have breakfast, and then you go to work at 8. You come home at 4. Patterns can get you killed.
Yep. Well, we don't know, and we might never really know. I think we'll never really know anything. The way that stuff is written and what I'm looking at as far as the evidence is nothing that's open and shut. So it'll just drag on for 3 years or so, and they'll have minimal to no witnesses other than the camera footage that's fuzzy. It's gonna be crazy.
You know what I don't like about the legal system? I was watching something, some court case the other day, like In and Out, and the thing that frustrates me about the legal system is that you are forced to answer questions that direct you somewhere. That's not fair. Because I came here to defend myself. I didn't come here to help you prove me right or prove me wrong.
But that's their job.
Well, that's why you got to have a good lawyer.
Yeah, that's why you got to have a defense.
I understand that. I understand
Objection, Your Honor.
I understand that, but I don't like it. I say get rid of all the goddamn lawyers and let's see who can argue the best.
Oh my God, that's the worst idea ever because people would just go directly to jail.
Right. But no, I don't think there was. Do it. I didn't do that, man. Nah. Where's your evidence?
I would say, hey, prove it, and don't give me that word of mouth shit because I just told y'all something 5 minutes ago and y'all can't remember that.
Yeah, yo. Truth is,
they always say that the person who defends himself is a lawyer with a fool for a client. That's what they always say.
If you're defending yourself against a lawyer, then yes, you're a fool.
I 100% disagree with that.
If it's the defendant against the goddamn plaintiff, you got a way better chance. And the reason why I say that is because when someone says you committed a crime, and you don't have the money to afford the Johnny Cochran team, and here comes a whole fucking team of people against you, how is that fair?
The thing is, if nothing else, they know what paperwork to file. They know how to get delays. They know how to call witnesses. They know how to discovery in a case and get their evidence shared with you. If nothing else, they know that process.
I get what you're saying 100%. However, do they give a fuck?
Well, that's I'm gonna say
you got person A right here with $1 million and a team of lawyers, on retainer. Then you got this guy who's got a fucking public defendant who's trying to make sure his cup of noodles is all right down the hallway. He's not getting paid no major bread. He doesn't give a fuck about you. That's our legal system.
No, it's not true because I had somebody on the other side of the legal system when I'm trying to prosecute someone, they get public defenders to help them. You know what I mean? And it's costing me tens of thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? And they get all scot free. Yeah, I'm on the other side of it, dog. So once you see it from both sides, it's a whole different ball game, brother.
And I will say that I agree with both of you in my own way. Because I have been in the legal system myself, and I have defended myself against some pretty damn crazy charges. And I'm undefeated as an independent litigant. I've only lost when I had a damn lawyer. And it happened to be a public damn defender. So I'm telling you right now, it's not impossible to deal with a legal case as an independent person, but it does take some work.
Right.
You do have to understand the process. You do have to understand discovery. You got deadlines. You got to put things in triplicate. Like, it's a lot of reading, and but it can be done. And if you know you didn't do some shit and you got the evidence to say, yo, I didn't do that, like you got video evidence saying you didn't do it, you don't need to pay no lawyer. You just follow the process and you can do whatever. And it goes the same way. I hate to say it, goes the same way divorces too. You don't necessarily need a lawyer if you know what you're talking about.
We didn't have one.
Yeah. So a lot of times the lawyers are really just there to get a check. And if they don't get no money from you, they can't feed their family. So they're going to make you think you need them for every damn thing. You got to pay them $1,500 to file a bankruptcy. You can file a bankruptcy yourself if you want to do the studying and do the right thing.
Let me make this clear.
Yes.
For anybody that's watching who is a moldable mind, I'm not telling any of you not to get a lawyer.
Yeah, we're not saying that. We're not saying that.
No.
Not saying that.
But I just, the point of why I started this conversation is I don't like when a line of questions. So, for example, if somebody's asking me a question and they say, like, let's say I was accused of unaliving someone, and they give me a question that says, did you eat steak at 10:33 right next to a dead body? Well, I didn't know I was next. But so now I have to say, well, yes, I was in the kitchen. I didn't know in another room. But now the way that they force you to ask questions is unfair. It's not, it's like, come on, man. I don't like how they paint that picture like it's and then as soon as you're ready to tell your truth, no further questions, Your Honor.
Yeah.
That's why you had defense, man.
Yeah.
You're right.
I watched videos. Like, that's how I got good. I literally watched court cases, watched lawyers. I spent 6 months or so just studying the litigation process. It was interesting. But then at the end of it, I knew objections. Like, I was in court, like, objection, Your Honor, leading the witness. Like, I'm hitting them with it to the point where the other lawyer, because I'm against the lawyer, they're thinking they got an easy win here, right? Because they see me come in there. Now, of course, I'm dressed up because I got shit on them a little bit, but they're thinking, oh, this is going to be easy. This guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. They don't know what I was doing for the last 6 months. So when I start killing the case and the judge realizes, oh, this guy actually knows what he's talking about, then the judge starts to respond to you instead of just being, a lot of judges get mad when you don't have a lawyer because it's like they get money loss or something from that. It's almost like they feel like you're disrespecting by being your own lawyer. Like, oh, you don't want to get nobody no money, so I'm going to treat you like shit. A lot of judges are like that. But if you really do your shit correctly, somewhere in there, they start to realize, oh, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. Let me treat him correctly because he might sue the shit out of me later. So there's a way around it, but most people don't have the patience for it. Let's start with that. I've seen some really dirty-ass judges.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. 100%. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, and this is not me being big-headed, the three of us are extraordinary. We are not ordinary folks. We're not the average people. We're not the average people. And you know what I mean? And the thing is that you spent 6 months studying a thing. You know how many people just don't even don't spend a month studying anything, and then they want to go defend themselves.
Nah, they watch New York Undercover and they got this shit.
Right. And the other thing is that, yes, the judges do get mad when they assume that, when they see that you don't have a lawyer, but it's not the fact that they think that you broke and you don't want to get nobody the money. It's just that so many people have tried to defend themselves and didn't do no studying. And they just be objection, Your Honor, that ain't fair. Like, what the fuck? Like, what you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's just wasting time, wasting the court's time. And they have to let the person speak up to a point. And so that's why they get pissed off. They're like, oh, one of these things, huh?
You said it. Wasting the court's time. How?
Right.
How, Sway?
Well, the court gets paid to be there.
Exactly. It's like in court costs. You're getting paid.
To sit your ass there and listen.
The whole point of a court case is to get to a decision and everybody defends their side. But when you are using, because when you say something that doesn't have legal holding, you're basically saying that's non sequitur, something that doesn't matter. They say, we saw the defendant at the liquor store at 11 p.m. And then you say, objection, platypus. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, you're wasting time by doing that.
Wasting whose time?
Everyone's time.
Man.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because there's 50% of me that agrees with you because what you're saying is highly logical. But the thing that we have gotten away from is that everybody at that courthouse should be 100% important, even if it's the guy defending himself. He's defending his life.
Everybody wasn't important.
No.
They treat him like this. They treat him like
standing
that.
up in a courtroom. Hear me out. When I go up to talk about some ticket that I don't fucking want to pay, my concern is not who's waiting for this case to be over. My concern is what's going to happen to me in my future. I don't give a fuck about nobody behind me. But I get what you're saying because I'm always the guy in the back.
You're wasting the court's time.
The whole thing is about getting to a decision, right? And if the whole time, like you're saying that's something that's not germane to the case, it doesn't matter about being consideration for anybody. It's just you're delaying getting to that decision.
Yeah, but if you're ignorant and have no idea,
right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Look, Your Honor, look, I object because this shit don't feel right.
Right.
On what